figures. R2-D2, Chewbacca, Luke, and Princess Leia. They're the Star Wars Early Bird set of figures. These action figures are not yet available, but this Star Wars Early Bird certificate package is in stores with this colorful Star Wars picture display stand and certificate to send in to get a set of figures by mail. They'll be sent to you at home between February 1st and June 1st. The Star Wars Early Bird certificate package, new from Kenner.
What up, this is Vader Hater 2005 here with the Star Wars review, and this time I'm going to be doing a review and comparison of the Star Wars Early Bird Certificate Package. Now this is a favorite set of mine. I sought really hard after to get this, but the main story about this one is that this is the 2005 version, if you can read that right there. And basically, for the release of Revenge of the Sith, Walmart and Hasbro decided to re-release their early bird certificate package. And while doing this, I think it was 50,000 that were made, and that was their limited run. But it was the same concept as the original. You'd get the 4 figures through the mail. You see the Star Wars logo right there. And then here you just see the content of what you do. I'm going to zoom in for you. But that's what you would get. And on the back right here, it's very vintage looking, just like the original, which I do have. And I'm going to point out the differences in this video also. Just get the original. Okay, so let me move this aside. And here is the vintage version of the early bird package. Now, right off the bat, it's going to be a little hard to tell what the differences are, but for one, the trademark logo right there is right below the S, while on here, it's right on the side. Also, you can see a big color difference. This is the 2005, this is the 1977 version. You can see a huge color difference right here. The ages 4 and up is not there, it's just the price tag. The yellow is also different. You can see the white highlights here. You can't really make it out on here. The bottom right here just says Kenner, while on here it says Kenner and something else, I'm not even sure what, and the contents in each of them is different. And I believe the colors on this, it just comes out, I don't know if you can tell in the camera because there's a big thing of light right here, but the colors of the characters just seem brighter on here than this, so overall the vintage one is brighter. If we turn to the side, you know, it's just, you know, you get the list of what you get, the contents right there, and what's in there also. Oh yeah, that's one thing to note. The envelope opens on the original on this side, and what you can tell is that the Star Wars logo is kind of silverish, while on here, the opening is towards the top, right there, so that when you flip it around, it's on the same side. You don't have to flip it upside down, and it's just white lettering. So, let's turn this around. Give me a minute. Alright. Alright, and it's basically the same thing at the bottom, except with the newer version, you get the, underneath it, right here, if you can see that right there, it's not the trademarking, it's not on the new version, and just bold lettering, not as much writing because it doesn't offer the hyperspace trial, but that's just the differences with the packaging. Let's get on to the figures. Now, let me move the camera a bit. Okay. Now, let me note that I do have the 4 figures from the 2005 version, not the 1977 version. Okay. So, here we have R2-D2, Chewbacca if I can get him to stand. Princess Leia. And Luke Skywalker. And I'm going to compare Chewbacca and R2 to their original counterparts from the 77 Early Bird certificate package version. But let's start with R2-D2. Now with R2, what you can tell right here, chrome in this area, very detailed, and great light piping right here. And the sensor scope comes up when you twist the head, which is similar to the original version. If I can get him to stand up. Oh yeah, he also does roll very nicely. Rolls very nicely. And with the 77 version, you can definitely see a difference. And I know I did a R2-D2 review earlier. That's why I'm not spending a lot of time with him, but I just wanted to show the vintage versus this version stickerware right here. But if you've seen my R2 review, I'll put it in the sidebar right there. You can see a separate review for these two. Now, let's do Luke Skywalker, which again I do not have the original version, but same thing, the telescoping lightsaber, which for some reason gets jammed on mine, but it's right here. The detail, I'm not going to lie, is not that impressive, and nor is his articulation compared to the original trilogy figures. I would definitely say if you're just getting the set, well, get the set first just for nostalgic purposes, but definitely not for this figure. He's, I believe, the weakest. Even if I can zoom in on the camera right there, it's not even a really good likeness to Mark Hamill, which is kind of sad, saying that this was released in 2005, so I don't know. And he can't move his arms either, or his legs. He's basically a vintage figure, so yeah. Alright. Then you have Princess Leia, who comes with her iconic blaster. I'm trying to remember. I know the vintage one had a weird looking blaster. I don't know which one is more accurate. Star Wars is off right now, but her again, her facial expression is kind of you know, it's there. But you cannot move this, and her pose is kind of, this is very vintage-like too. You can move it so she's blasting with one hand, I guess. But the head really doesn't move because it's trapped on this bonnet-looking thing, so. But the waist does move, so that's a good pose right there, just her with the blaster. But I think the best figure in the set has got to be Chewbacca. Basically for the sheer size, I mean, this is 3/4 inch. This is about 4 1/4 of an inch, I believe, but it's a great size comparison. I do not have Han Solo with me right now, but just for this figure alone, I mean, like, if you're not doing it for nostalgia purposes, I would do it for the Chewbacca figure. He is definitely the best in the set. The only problem is that he doesn't like to stand for me. Okay. So if you wait right there. Alright. And here I have the vintage Chewbacca figure. See a comparison on that as well. And you can tell there is a big difference. This one having a weird looking facial expression. This is from the early bird set, by the way. And much massive improvement. So you cannot find the set because it is sold out and not available obviously at Walmart because, I don't know, it's 2012. But if you can look for it on eBay, I would not try getting the original because this is very hard to get and very expensive. But I would definitely, if you're a big Star Wars fan and a fan of the original Kenner, I would definitely try and get this set. So until then, this is Vader Hater 2005 signing out. Peace.